Hello and welcome back to RareRoo Crafts. My name's Sarah and I'm on today to share with you what I have made for this month's jewellery making fun. So this is a collaboration hosted by the lovely Deb Houck from Dahlia Designs, Jewellery and More, or you might know her from Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage. Both of her channels will be linked in the description box below this video, along with all the other participants in this collaboration. Each month on the 18th we come together to make a piece of jewellery or several pieces of jewellery. And we follow along with a list of prompts that Deb has created. So each month there is a colour theme that we work to, and then there's also some optional challenges. This month the colour theme was red, white and or blue. And then there was the optional challenges of incorporating pearls and using either leather or cording, satin, wax cord, silk, Eslon, anything like that. So I've managed to fit all three prompts into one jewellery piece this month. So I have only made the one jewellery piece, but I really like it. I'm really pleased with what I made. So I have made a bracelet. I quite often make bracelets, as you will probably know if you've watched my jewellery before. Mostly because I don't wear an awful lot of jewellery. Bracelets is the thing that I tend to reach for. If I am going to put a piece of jewellery on, it does tend to be a bracelet. As you can see, I don't even often wear my wedding rings. I find that rings and things irritate my hands and I get contact dermatitis. Doesn't matter how well I dry my hands. So I tend not to wear, particularly when I'm working and stuff, I tend not to wear my wedding rings. I have got my ears pierced. I don't wear earrings all that often. Again, I find they irritate me. I sometimes wear a necklace, but I'll quite often wear a bracelet. So, long-winded ramble about why I've made a bracelet, but there you go. I've made a bracelet. And as you can see, I have incorporated the pearls in the main body of the bracelet. The cording that I've used is leather, and it is a leather, red leather cord. Let's see if I can get the camera to... I might have to find a piece of paper to put it on. Let's see. I'd have to find a piece of paper that wasn't cut. Bear with. There we go. Because my camera's not very good, I sometimes struggle to show. So there you can see it's like a really deep sort of oxblood red leather cord along the edges of the bracelet, and then right in the corners there's a tiny little blue glass. It's like a frosted glass bead, and there we go. You can see the little, that's in all that well, but there you go, that's the glass beads on the little charm, which again are the little blue ones that coordinate with the blue glass bead just in the corners of the bracelet. So it did take me a while to work out how to sort of thread this bracelet, and I started with small because when you've got your two ends of leather together, it's actually quite hard to get it started. You need something quite small to go up in the top there, and that's where the little blue beads came in handy. And then I graduated with the pearls, so I've got three smaller, sort of, I think they're 4mm pearls, no, they're 6mm pearls, then into 8mm pearls, and I've got a 10mm clear crackle glass bead in the centre, and then I've repeated in the opposite way going down this side of the bracelet, so the 8s, the 6s, and the little tiny 4mm blue glass bead in the bottom there. I have sewed either end with the cord that I've done to use the sew in the binding of the beads in. I've sewed each end of the bracelet, and then I've secured over the top of that with a ribbon clasp, with a little tiny ribbon clasp, and I have used a little bit of hypo cement glue in there just for a bit of added security. I've got these gorgeous clasps that I've had in my stash for ages, and when I bought them I didn't realise how big the clasp was going to be, and I thought, oh, I can't see me using them, they're huge, they're too big. But actually on this project it works really nicely. On the other end I have put a 10mm jump ring, and that's what I use to attach the lobster clasp to, and then I've put this little charm just on the end there, which is just a little bronze heart with the little charm that I've made of the 3 glass rondelle beads on a little ball-ended eye pin or stick pin, eye pin? Head pin, but it's got a little ball end on the head pin. So as you can see, I'm not used to making jewellery. Jewellery is very new to me. I've probably only made 10 pieces of jewellery in my life, so it is all still quite new to me, and I'm still getting used to the terms. I'm still getting used to how to, do the wire wrapping and things like that. So this threading technique was sort of new to me. I did try and watch a couple of videos, but to be honest, I didn't find them overly helpful. So I just played around with the thread and the beads until I found a threading pattern that I liked and that worked for me. I've double threaded each bead, so I've gone in a sort of figure of 8 through each bead, but I've done it twice. And coming through on the last pass, I've come out of the left hand side of the bead, and instead of going around the leather, I've gone straight down into the next bead, and that's what gives that nice sort of S of the thread down and into that next bead, and it ended up that way that I didn't end up with a heavier thread pattern on one side of the leather to the other, which I much preferred, and it looks really, really cute on. If I can get it on one-handed, I'll have a go, but I do really like it on. There we go. So that's what it looks like on the wrist. So it's really pretty. It's a nice close fit, because I do like bracelets to be almost like cuffs. I don't like them to be too big on my wrist. I don't like them to hang too far down my hand. But I really like it with the little charm and dangle, and even if it sort of turns round and you end up with the clasp showing, because it's such a pretty clasp, it doesn't matter. It's a really pretty either way round, so I'm really pleased with it. So that was the only piece that I made for this month's jewellery making collaboration, jewellery making fun collaboration, but I know that there will be a ton of inspiration from all the other designers and collaborators that are working in this collaboration. So as I said at the beginning of the video, they will all be linked in the description box below this video, so please do go on over and check them out. Thank you so much for checking out my video today. I will be back over the weekend. I've got some cards to make, so I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now.